My name is J M Filipowicz, and this is my vlog. So, in honor of my daughter's birthday, which is happening on December 25th, we're having a party tomorrow to celebrate, and I thought I would share with you a little bit of a story that I wrote for my on my blog on the day she was born. It's called The Worst Labor, the Best Christmas Present Ever. So even though I was in labor, I got in as much Christmasing as I could, opening presents at my parents' place, then going over to my in-laws for their traditional Christmas Eve dinner. At around 6, I decided it was time to hightail it to the hospital. I'd been having contractions since the morning before, and by this time I would describe them as intense, bordering on unbearable. But at the hospital, the nurse checked me and said I was only 3 centimeters. They won't even admit people until they are at least 4 centimeters dilated. The nurse then suggested I wandered around the hospital for an hour to get my cervix to open up. I took a walk in the hall with my husband. Since it was Christmas Eve, Santa Claus appeared and gave us candy canes. I should have asked him for an epidural, the only present I really wanted. Every few seconds, it seemed, I had to stop walking and hold on to my husband to handle my intense, but only 3 centimeters intense pain. We went back and another nurse checked me and told me I was still only 3 centimeters and I should go home. I burst into tears. The nurse then attempted to make me feel better by telling me what a big wimp I am. Apparently these were actually pretty mild contractions, and if I were in good labor, my belly would be as hard as rock and I would be in so much pain I wouldn't be able to talk. Call me a wuss, but I wanted an epidural before that happened. I went home, had a bath, bared the unbearable contractions. My husband told me I wasn't a wimp and that he was proud of me. I talked to my friend Beck on the phone, who told me that being a wimp makes me a better mom. She also suggested I ask the hospital to prescribe me a sleeping pill. So I called the hospital and begged them to give me something. Based on the fact that I could still talk on the phone, the nurse didn't think that I was in pain enough, but tried to humor me by telling me to come back to be checked again. We went back to the hospital. The nurse didn't seem to care that I wet my pants and vomited in the parking lot, but when she checked me this time, I was between 4 and 5 centimeters. She admitted me and casually asked if I wanted an epidural. I wanted an epidural 3 hours ago. So after the epidural guy's coffee break, or wherever he was, I got some needles in my spine and the pain went away. It was midnight and I really wanted to sleep. I wasn't feeling pain anymore, but I was shaking all over even though I wasn't cold. Not to mention the fact that now I had more tubes coming out of me than a Borg drone. Anyway, I couldn't seem to doze off. Christmas morning, the nurse checked me again and found that I was fully dilated, which is code for showtime. She and my husband helped me hold my legs up to do a practice push, but she quickly made me stop because she saw the head and I wasn't allowed to really give birth until my doctor was there. After my doctor did arrive, I was able to pop the baby out in hardly any time at all. Jadzia Victoria, my beautiful baby girl, was born at 5:15 a.m. Christmas morning. She's the best Christmas present ever, though I've never had one that was quite so difficult to unwrap. My name is J M Filipowicz, and this is my vlog.